All right, boys and girls, a moment ago we went through this paper 2. We did the whole thing. Now we're going to grade it. All right, so check this out. This is what, when we're practicing, you're going to have a chance to use this, and you're going to have to learn how to grade your paper right. Now, you need to be super strict with yourself and write yourself some notes, and I'm going to demonstrate how to do all those things here. So, first of all, there's some information on here that's really not too pertinent for us. There are some codes we have to understand, though. Correct answer only, correct solution only, dependent. That means if you made a mistake, you can follow through correctly. Same with this one. Ignore subsequent working. So you got all these things right here. So if you're unsure of what something means, you can look here. Without wrong working, that's a big one. Without wrong working means you got to show all your work. You can't make a mistake in it, okay? So let's go ahead and get started right here. Number 1, 1 1/4 OE stands for or equivalent. Good to go. 0.6. Oh, I did mess that one up. Oh my gosh, look at that. I forgot to change the stupid decimal. Oh my gosh. Let's see how many points I lost. So I got right here, I got B1, that means 1 point for that. So I got 1 point for that and I lost a point for that. Oh my goodness, how silly. I was even afraid of that one. I was going to come back and check it and I never did. Oh, how embarrassing. All right, -1. Dang it. But you see how, do you see here? Here's what I want you to see. You see it says B1, that means 1 point for either 0.05, which I made my stupid mistakes there and it was just bugging me the whole time, or 0.01 or equivalent. So I got this part right. That's why I got 1 point there. Okay, next one. 30 is good. 30 is good. And then 5 times 2 divided by 20. 5 times 2 divided by 20. And then 1/2. Correct answer only. 0.5 or 1/2. Correct answer only. 0.5 or 1/2. So there we go. We got -1 so far right there. So I'm going to put a -1 in the bottom of my page. So when I go back, I can check it. Now, this one right here, like when you're grading, write yourself a note. Be careful. That's all. Like, I know how to do that. That's so silly. What the heck? That makes me mad. All right, number 9. Number 5 says 18. That's good. And 5√6. 18 and 5√6. Now, if you wrote 2 wrote 2√6 or 3√6. So if you did this simplification or this simplification, you get a point for one of them, for one. Okay? All right, now if you did them both and you added wrong, you only get 1 point. That's what it says right here. So you get 1 point if you do this or you do that. If you had them both, you would still only get 1 point because you have to add them correctly to get a 5√6. So if you wrote 5√12 or something like that, or simplified it further, you'd still only get 1 point, not 2. Okay? Now next up right here, 20. 20, good. It already had the pounds there, so I didn't really need to write it again. And I had trouble with that one because I set up my ratio wrong. And then next one. Ooh. All right, let's see here. Number 7. Number 7. So I've got 4 plus the square root of y minus 6. And this says 4 plus or minus y square root of 6. So I'm losing a point here, I bet. This is worth 3 points total. So I get M1 for moving 6 correctly. I got that. Square root correctly. Good. And move their 4 correctly. So I actually get all 3 points, even though I don't have the plus or minus. Because right here it says M1 for moving 6, taking the square root, and moving their 4. So I showed all my work, I got them, so I got all 3 points, even though I didn't put plus or minus, but I'm gonna write myself a note there. Plus or minus 4 square root. All right. So far, lost a point. Number 8 says 2. Okay, so number 8 I got right. If you did your denominator and your numerator correctly, you get 1 point. So if you did this, like you distribute right, you get 1 point, and you get 1 point for your denominator. All right, let's see here. Number 9. So 119 hours and 1 p.m. So let's see here. Let's see if I can get this in here. So I got 119 and 1 p.m. 119 hours, 1 p.m. So you could have written right here, if you put a 0 in front, you're okay. If you put the 2 zeros in the back, you're okay. If you just put the number 1 with the p.m., you're okay. But you have to have 1 p.m. You see, you got to have the PM. All right. So in other words, you could have written this. Sorry. There we go. You could have written this. You could have written this. or this. Anyone, but you have to have 1 p.m. All right, good to go. So far, just one stupid mistake at the beginning. We're going to let that fly. All right, número 10. Number 10. So number 10 says a plus b, x plus y. So I got that, so I got my 2 points. It would give you 1 point, though, for that first step. Do you see? Show your work. That's interesting. Huh, okay. And for number 2, it says x minus 1, 3x minus 2, so that's good. So you get 1 point for factoring out the x plus 1. You get 1 point for factoring out the x plus 1. And it looks like you get another point. If you had... Yeah, so if you made an arithmetic error, it looks like you still get a point. So, yeah, all right. Number 11, 5 over 24. Ooh, I got that one right. Good. I was worried about that one. I thought I had it right because of the weighted probabilities. But so here's what you get. You get 2 points if you wrote out this or better. And this is reduced, okay? So the 2/6 and the 1/6, and then you go ahead and reduce it. So you get 2 points for that. And then you get 1 point if you get one of these products correct. All right, so if you had one of them, you get 1 point. If you get the whole thing, you get 2. And it was a 3-point question. Okay, moving onward. Okay, 2.0 times 10 to the power of 10, and that's correct. You would actually, wow, they gave you a point if you wrote it out. That's crazy. Hope you don't do that. And then, you would get 1 point if you didn't, if you didn't put it in scientific notation. So, okay. Next up, let's see, 32 and 35. These are both correct. 32 and 35. It's 2 points each. So let's talk about those. So on this one, on this one right here, you see it says B1 for AOC equals 116. So if you found out that angle AOC was 116 degrees, which we found out there, you would get 1 point. All right. The next one says if you found out that CDA was 122, which we found out over here, I should have written it CDA equals, you would also get a point. So that's how you can get some extra credit or some partial credit on those. All right, now number 14, which I messed up, but I caught my mistake. The answer is correct. 2/3 x minus 2 or equivalent. So you could have written that as a decimal, I guess. I don't know. So you get... looks like you get 1 point for finding that the midpoint was 9, 4, which we found. And let's see. And then you get... Okay, so you get 2 points for setting it up, for setting up all this work. Okay. All right, that's not bad. Let's see, number 15. Ooh, that's interesting. So 1, 2, and 3 is correct, but actually, if you put 0, they're going to give you correct for that. They're going to give you correct for 0, even though 0 is not a positive integer. It's not positive or negative. It's neutral. So 1, 2, 3. So let's take a look. It's worth 4 points. So let's see how you get your partial credit on this one. So for number 15, if you move the 5 correctly, so you multiply both sides by 5 correctly, you get 1 point. If you combine like terms correctly, so you move the x over and you move the 5 over correctly, you get another point. And let's see, A1 for correct inequality. Oh, okay. And you get 1 point for that. All right. So that's 3 of the points. And then if you fail to do that, you lose 1 point. And it would give you credit for 0. That's surprising. All right. Next one is 8. So that's correct. This is worth 2 points. Let's see. Oh, wow. They'd give you credit. If you do 2 to the 12th, which you wanted you to do, that would be good. They actually give you credit for doing 4096. I don't know why you do that. It'd be redonk. And then, yeah. All right. So 2q to the 3/2 power is correct. Let's see. So they give you a point if you had this part right, even if you lost the 2. Interesting. And then if you showed this work right here, you would get a point. Okay. Onward and upward. Let's see. Correct working. So this one says correct working, and here's what it wants to see. It wants to see that you divided 360 by 7 to get 5, so you get 5 degrees per holiday, and then 24 times 5. So we did both of those things, so we'd get credit for that. The next one is 6 holidays, so it says, yeah, basically. So here's what we did. We did 270 minus 360, right, and then and then we set up the 2x and found 5. So yeah, we're good. And so that's how we got the 6 holidays. All right. Let's see here. So far, I missed 1 point. That's not so bad. That's not so bad. All right. Number 18. Let's take a look at number 18 here, shall we? So number 18 says correct working, but here's what it wants you to see. So 18 says correct working. So it wants you to do the cube root of 1/8, which we got right here. Yeah. Or you could do the cube root of 8. Yeah, it's because you do the reciprocal, right? And then, yeah. So this is, yeah, so we got it because we did all this, right? OE. 10 over 2 is 5, and 4 over 2. I think that's supposed to say 12 over 2 is 6. Yeah, it's supposed to say 12 over 2 is 6. There's a typo there. That's weird. So yeah, we got all that right here because we did that. So we did this. They want you to show this. They want you to show this. And they want you to show that. That's what it says right here. All right. So you do all those things. You got all your correct working. You're good to go. Okay, 56. So the last part's right. 56. Let's see how you get your credit because this is worth 4 points. So we didn't use cosine, but we did use. We did find out that it was 4, and we get 2 points for that, right? And here it's showing you some ways you get partial credit if you use trig, but we just use properties of the 30, 60, 90 right triangle. And then, so OE, because we reduced, right? So this one's finding DC, which is, let me go to that problem. Sorry, I skipped ahead there. My fault. So here, we're talking about this one now, right? We're talking about this one. I apologize. So on this one, we found this was 4 by using the 30, 60, 90 right triangle properties. And so you would get 2 points for that, even if you got the total problem wrong, which we did not. We got it right. So you get 2 points for that. And if you didn't figure that out, but you were trying to use cosine of 8 cosine 60 or something equivalent, you would get a point. Okay? And you would get 1 point for figuring out DC like we did. 1 point. Right? So we did it like right here. We reduced, we didn't do 8 root 3 over 2. We did 4 root 3, right? We'd get a point there. 2 points, actually. And for the circle, yeah, we get 2 points if you get that part right. So you get 2 points for this part right. You get 2 points for this part right. And you get 2 points for this part right. So that's 6 points, and then putting it all together. So you get 1 point basically for adding 4 and 8 to get 12. Cool. Anyway, grading them is super important because, man, it gives you a chance to reflect on your own work. So it looks like, I did not get 100. I got a 69 out of 70, which, all right, well, mistakes happen. That's how most of us get here, right? So here's what I would like you guys to do when you guys are taking this test. So I got this test. It's done, right? I got this test. The whole thing's done. Let me put my name right here. So my score is 69 out of 70, right? So here's what I need to be careful of. I need to write out work carefully. Now, even though I caught the mistake, I need to make sure I read carefully, and then I need to make sure I set up ratios with unknown in the numerator. That's my notes to myself. That's my reflection. You guys got to do that. So you got to grade it correctly, very strictly. Give yourself your score, write your stuff. Boom, done.